Welcome to OWAD. I am Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking ocean/industrial age concepts. And today we're going to talk about 协议. Collaboration, 协议, is discussion. So to keep it short, I'm using verb form. Collab and discuss. So you can see simplified versus traditional versus 2000 years ago. The information in that 2D frame gets more and more simplified. We got more and more, we lose more and more details by the process of simplification. So usually I just go back to the 2000 years ago's dictionary, 说文解字, to try to understand at the very beginning journey of that character, what the language creators tried to mean originally, even if in over time, the same character can be used in multiple situations, can be transferred, can be extended, can be distorted. But going back to the source is helpful. Okay, 写, we see here, I mean, simplified, we just use 办, meaning to do something, versus traditional, we have 3力, like 3 power symbols. So power symbol or strength in Chinese, the power and the strength actually we don't clearly differentiate because they came from, we can use the same character in different contexts to mean either power or strength. So to me, those concepts are highly overlapping. They both came from, I mean, these two meanings, power or strength, both came from the plow image. And you can see this almost like a rake, right? But in terms of farming activity, it's not just your backyard anymore. It's a big, big farm field. And you pull the plow before the invention of using animal as a farm animal, as a muscle power source. Humans have to plow their field. And here describes such a situation where we have 3 plows stack up together. Okay, when Chinese stack, like repeat the same symbol 3 times, oftentimes it's a triangle shape, right? 2 at the bottom, 1 on the top. Simply it's visual stability. And when it puts 3, it doesn't mean it's necessarily just 3. In fact, on the left side here, almost like a cross looking thing, but Chinese doesn't have crucifixion concept. It was the ancient roping technology. By roping is actually ancient record keeping. By tie a knot on a rope to make it permanent, because even if you unknot it, you can still see the trace, right? So that's kind of carved into something without such efforts. It's a low cost and easy to get resource kind of record keeping. Simply this vertical line is rope and this intersecting horizontal line is an indicator to say over here there's a knot tied. And in ancient times when a knot is tied, that knot worth 10, whatever is the unit of measure. So my guess is because when you and your neighbor say you have certain borrow and land situation, to keep track of how many, below 10 you can still use your fingers, right? Use your fingers. Above 10 and things get complicated, then that's when warrants such an effort of tying a knot on the rope. So this knot on the rope becomes 10. So this 10 marker next to this pile of plows, that means many, many people plowing together. And of course, it is a collaboration in farming activity because I would imagine big farm field, when it was the season to plow, it has a short time window. So multiple people need to work together to make it happen within a short window. So it's kind of an intense, short window, intense effort time, and that's the imagery from the necessity of farming. And I guess that's a common thing back then in agrarian society. And that made the concept of collaboration. Probably that's the most commonly seen ancient farming collaboration. It could be a different household, even pool their labor, their manpower together to plow their fields together. That's how ancient practice. I didn't even know. I didn't even go validate to check if that was simply by the imagery. 10 and these 3 plows together. That means collaboration. Makes total sense for me. Okay, discuss. Okay, we have a speaking symbol on the left and the moral symbol on the right. Moral, we just talked the day before yesterday, that we have the lamb symbol, the horns of the lamb, 3 rows of fluffy hair or furs of the lamb. I guess that's the 2 main features of what lamb to humans mean. And lamb was the best animal meat used in animal sacrifice. So that's almost the best quality humans can offer as a, I guess, negotiation point with the divinity to negotiate for a better favorable condition for the next year of farming season, right? Lamb plus the bottom is a concept of me, and that me came from this ruler's point of view, because to a ruler, the useful members of society are those who can fight in wars or be a productive member of society doing farming. So it depends on the wartime or peacetime. It's situation dependent. But here, war is made of a double, 2 of those sharp-edged dagger spear. And I would imagine ancient times, just like a plow, it got sharp edges, but probably this spear also used in peacetime as a farming tool. So double-handed means you're highly equipped and probably skillful, that you can do it in both hands. And such is a useful person for the ruler. And this me concept paired with lamb together make the moral concept, almost like the expectation from the ruler on its people, able-bodied warrior or farmer, that you have to meet the high standard as if it's the best human society can offer to the gods as the lamb. So that's the moral sense. Okay. Paired with speaking. Speaking is made of the mouth symbol at the bottom, which is ancient cookware, a pot, and these 2 upturned corners are the handles of the cook pot. Eventually, that becomes a mouth symbol because diners have to eat from the pot, right? So eventually we use that. Very easy to visualize the pot symbol to associate with a diner, the mouth symbol. And then we have this convex shape pointing down. That means going inside. And we have the second convex shape intersecting with this vertical line, this pointer, that specifically means it's inside mouth. That is deduced as the tongue. So to make the tongue concept, we have to use the mouth concept. And the mouth concept came from the cookware concept. Okay, we have the mouth and the tongue, and then the 2 horizontal lines are the result, the sound bites. Travel through time and space in a diminishing order. So you can see the further upper frame of the character is further away from you, the first person perspective of the language user. So we have both the organs to produce the speech and also the result of the speech, the sound bites. So that's a quite complicated and almost comprehensive way to describe what speaking is to humans. So we have morally speaking. That is discussion. I think that's a very good thinking about or translation of what discuss is you have to speak from a good place, not argument for argument's sake. You have to exchange ideas, try to understand each other's perspectives, and that's what good discussion is about. So it's moral speaking. So we have collaborative discussion together. It makes protocol, and I can translate it as agreement as well, but I think protocol is probably more often used in today's lingo because when we talk about 协议, it's almost like internet protocol, something like that. A protocol, that means commonly agreed upon practice of something. So it set some international standard. It depends on the scope of things that you're going to build a protocol on. And over here is a traffic light protocol. I guess I'm not sure if it's universal actually, but the red light means stop. And that's simply a protocol, humanly defined and widely accepted. And that's everyday protocol we are seeing. And 协议. Thank you for your time. See you another day.